to A Pinch of Basile. I am your host. You're joining us on Facebook. Thank you so much. Don't forget, you can call us in at 844-790-8255. That's 844-790-8255. The Pinch of Basile show. Does it get any better? Of course it doesn't. But besides our live stream on Facebook, you can listen on americamatters.us and on the TuneIn app from your phone or tablet. Just search americamatters.us. You don't have any excuses for not listening, folks. Nothing. Nada. Not a thing. I'm here with my lovely co-host, Janice Hermson. And, of course, we couldn't do without our awesome engineer. And I have to say it because it was written right there. Our awesome engineer, Craig Moss. Craig, how you doing, brother? And they're both broadcasting from the studio in Reno, Nevada, which I just heard went up 3 times more than what it was worth before. Just saying. Anyway, so they're in Nevada. I'm in my little secret little studio stash somewhere in the mountains of North Carolina that happens to be on the beach. Anyway, I can never tell you where I'm at, but you can always find me at Basil Fans, BASILEFANS, on Twitter, Instagram, and, of course, Facebook. And, Janice, how you doing, sweetheart?
Oh, I am hanging in there today. Much better. Our new headphones were kind of tough on me yesterday because I had earrings on. You can't wear earrings with these. Just doesn't work. So don't wear your earrings, Basil.
Yeah, I know. You're squelching a little bit in my ears. Did you guys know that?
Am I too loud?
No, it's just,
I don't know
it's just us feeding him. It's only the output to him.
Okay, it's just you, Basil. It's okay.
I know.
I
feel
get to
the love.
squelch in your ear.
Yes, I know. We're here every Tuesday, folks. That's right, every Tuesday from 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And for those people in Australia, South Africa.
You're not Eastern Standard right now. We're in Daylight Savings Time, so you're Eastern Daylight.
See? He's going to keep you honest.
I don't like you. I just never have liked you. I'm just telling you how I feel because I need to emote my emotions.
Okay.
Anyway, yes, Eastern Daylight Savings Time, or whatever the hell he said. We're on that. And right now we go every Tuesdays from 6 to 7 p.m. And again, for those people, like I said, in Australia, South Africa, all throughout Europe, that's New York City time. So you can always find us there. We have amazing guests and amazing topics. We have tons of fun on our show. We talk about things that you want to talk about and things that we sometimes have to talk about. And, I like taking the questions. I got to be quite honest with you. I've always have liked taking questions. We've had some phenomenal guests. And because I knew about the studio switching over with some of the technical issues that we're dealing with right now, they have done actually a wonderful job.
We have. Listen to me
have.
Taking credit for absolutely nothing. Craig did all the work.
Yeah.
Craig and Adam.
Craig is truly, as much as I give him hell, he is unbelievable. So he did I guess he was up for, 48 hours?
A long time.
Yeah, we came in on Saturday night at 8 p.m. and did not leave until Sunday night at 8 p.m.
Wow.
Yeah, so a 24-hour period. Then I got back in here at 6 o'clock yesterday morning to tie up some loose ends. And Jan saw how frazzled I was at 5 o'clock when she left, so...
Yes, I don't often see Craig throwing his arms up in the air, but yesterday was one of those days.
Well, because everybody wanted something.
I know. I didn't want anything. I was good.
I heard he was cursing in languages that he never even spoke.
Yes, I was speaking in tongues.
Okay, anyway, I'm just glad that everything got well. And why am I hearing a feedback situation on this? Is that me again?
No, that's Skypey.
That's Skypey.
You're just having a great time there, Basil.
I am having a tremendous time, and I'll tell you why. Because in my little magical mix, yes, that's right, vodka. Anyway, I'm just saying. There we go. But we do have to go over some things. I want to talk about my dates real quick. I want to thank Chicago, Syracuse, and Lynn, Massachusetts. All the shows were all sold out. I want to thank all my audience members.
Applause? Yay!
Yeah, they were fantastic. Chicago at St. Demetrius was just unbelievable. Then Saturday in Syracuse, New York at St. Sophia's, unbelievable. And Perth Amboy, I'm going to be in Perth Amboy in St. Demetrius on May 11th. That's next Saturday. But to be quite honest with you, Lynn, Massachusetts, I got to tell you what happened. They lost my luggage. And when they lost my luggage, I lost my show clothes and all my merchandise. And I had to fly into Connecticut because American Airlines couldn't get me to Boston. And, you know, I've seen some incredible people who have gone above and beyond their duties. And then I've met some people like I did on Sunday who were just incompetent. And those were one of those people. We'll discuss that another time. But you're talking to a guy who has over 2 million miles flown on one airline.
Oh, wow.
And you would think that these people would bend over backwards, especially when there's no one at the counter and they're trying to push this off to somebody else instead of actually making the call to luggage to switch my luggage over. But I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter at all.
Not you. No,
Just saying. I'm not bitter. But some of the other shows we got. But Lynn, I got to tell you, that Lynn, Massachusetts date, jam-packed, oversold. They filled that place. It was a huge gymnasium. Filled it up. And it was simply awesome to see those people go crazy. But then we have other shows. I want to make sure that you guys know. June 7th, I'll be in Phoenix, Arizona. June 8th, I'll be at the convention, District Convention in Portland, Oregon. And June 10th and 16th, I'll be at the Laugh Factory at the Tropicana in Las Vegas. June 18th through the 23rd, 2019, I'll be at the Laugh Factory at the Silver Legacy Casino in Reno, Nevada. And, oh my God, look at the time. It's already 30 seconds left. Jeez,
we're talking
man.
a lot.
I was going crazy. And then we're going to discuss this issue that I'm having, that I'm hearing in here. It's a little bit crazy. But nonetheless, folks, Comedy Cabana in Myrtle Beach, and, of course, Kazi's Comedy Club in Newport News, Virginia. I'll be at those places July 12th to the 13th. But, hey, right now, you know what we got to do? We got to do that little, oh, God, I hate to say this. We got to do our little thing that we got to do. It's called commercials. So we'll be right back after a couple of messages from our sponsors. You're listening to A Pinch of Basil.
This is America Matters Media on AM 1180 KCKQ,
A Lotus broadcast station.
the power of radio since 1967.
Are you shy and don't want to talk on the air? Text us your questions or comments to 775-237-2266. Now back to the show.
Oh, we are back. You're listening to Basil all around the world. You can go to the TuneIn app, on the radio app, find America Matters, or listen live every week at americamatters.us. If you miss any part of the show, you'll find them under the podcast, under the site Pinch of Basil, or on Facebook on the Basil fans page. And, you know, there's a couple of things. I'm sorry, I'm having a little bit of technical issue. It's probably on my side someplace. You know, those little gremlins, they get around. You know, they're Greek gremlins, and you know they're Greek because they're screwing things up while eating feta cheese. Anyway, so some of our future guests are coming on.
Anybody who eats feta cheese is in big trouble.
Really?
Oh,
you don't
God,
like
yes.
feta?
No.
You don't do well with feta?
No.
Really?
Yeah, they're already screwed up.
Everything better with feta. Come on, baby.
No.
That's all I'm saying.
No.
You don't like goat cheese?
No.
That's
But I know
racist.
people who do.
That is racist.
Well,
Can't
then
believe
I
you don't
am.
like Greek goat cheese. Just
No,
saying.
sir. No, sir.
Wow,
No
really?
Greek goat cheese for me. No.
What about the poor little Greek goats? You know, they
Let
need
'em-
love too.
No. I just
No.
can't handle that. No.
Come on. How can you say that? You know I'm Greek through
I
and
know.
through.
And I've held back. It's been a while. We've known each other a while, and I never told you.
I am everyone's favorite Greek,
Yep.
and I cannot believe that you would say that.
And I
love
wouldn't have
that.
gotten hired, right, if you'd known that I didn't like feta cheese.
Your background is German, right?
Polish, German, yeah, German
It's that
descent.
German side that screws it up for you. We're not too keen about the Germans. Something about some type of a war that happened, I don't know, some odd years ago.
Something like that, yeah.
Just saying.
Well,
Anyway.
my grandparents came from Russia originally. Is that worse?
No, I love. Listen, I love the Russians. I really do. Love the Russians. Good people. Good Orthodox people. My peeps.
Yes, they are. Yeah, my family was Mennonites, and I mean, they, did the whole thing, right?
Yeah, I love the Mennonites,
Yeah.
Especially when they paint their bumpers, their beautiful chrome bumpers black. Love that. It just kills me. Anyway, listen, some of our guests that we're going to have coming up, we have Olympian Katerina Stefanidi is going to be on with us. Supreme President of the AHEPA, the American Hellenic Educational Progressive Association, George Lucas will be with us. Producer, director Harry Basil, and a very, very funny comedian. The beautiful Pamela Pappas, who climbed Mount Everest. World champion long-distance runner and author Dean Karnazes, and motion picture producer who produced Mission Impossible 3, Sum of All Fears, Jasmine, just to name a few. Stratton Leopold will be with us as well. So, folks, you got some great guests coming up that you're going to be loving to listen to. But you know what? We got a couple of things here. I want to talk to you for a second. You sent me some interesting stuff that I was really laughing about because I'm a big David Bowie, huge fan of David Bowie. But I didn't know it went as far back as like 65, 66. I didn't know that.
I don't think I did either until I saw that article.
Yeah. I mean, I remember the song Fame, which was in 1975, which was a fantastic song. And I guess he had some songs that were rejected that he was going to put out on his first album. Were you aware of that?
No. It was all news to me.
Yeah.
I thought other people might have found it to be newsy as well.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of unique. I know we have a couple of my fans that are listening right now that are in bands, but I did not know. I guess there's an expert by the name of Paul Kinder. He says there were 4 tracks that didn't make the cut for the singer's debut record, possibly because they were too quirky or even famously oddball for David Bowie, of all people.
Even for him, yeah.
One song was called, one song, Bunny Thing, shows Bowie in a full-on, presumably drug-inspired or fueled weird mode. And listen, I've worn bunny costumes before, and I look cute in them. I'm just saying. Yeah, I really did.
No comment.
No, I was hopping around place
How
to
did
place.
How did they see your ears through the hair?
Really? A lot of bitterness coming from that other side.
It's been a long weekend.
He's going to take it all out on you.
Thankfully,
and not me.
Jan is just thankful it's not her.
That's right.
Because she saw me yesterday.
I did. You were really quite composed most of the time.
Well, I got, listen, I feel bad for Craig. He's done a lot of work. I'm going to cut him a little bit of slack. But I was actually, well, have you ever seen anyone in these little outfits, in bunny outfits?
I have, yeah.
We did a dinner murder mystery last month, and it was Easter themed, and I had purchased specifically a costume for the show. It was a white bunny.
And did it die?
Yes, it did. It's because it was the head at the end of the show. Its head rolled into the restaurant.
So who was pregnant?
I don't think anybody in the cast, because they were all too old.
Okay, I'm sorry. That was just for us. Okay, anyway, that's beautiful. And in some of these recordings, my God, did you ever have a dream when on Bowie's, another Face compilation, reel-to-reel tapes could fetch more than 10,000 pounds of songs that didn't quite make it?
Yeah.
Wow. Unbelievable. I wish I had some of these tapes of our shows, and maybe years from now they'll be worth that kind of money.
Sure, a couple bucks.
At least 2, folks. At least 2. Anyway, a Florida woman produces alligator from her pants during a traffic stop. Well, welcome to Miami. I'm just telling you, this is a unique thing. Have you ever pulled out any type of reptiles from your pants?
No, and especially yoga pants of all things, right?
Wow. Yes.
I mean, come on, really?
Well, perhaps while she was doing yoga, the alligator got into a trance, and something happened, and the alligator says, "Hey, you know what? This seems like a cool place to hang," and she pulled it. Now, okay, I don't know about you. Let's say I'm kind of a nice guy. I'm relaxing. I'm maybe doing something in yoga. Do you think that maybe? And Craig, I'm asking this to you as well. Would you feel an alligator crawling up your pant leg?
That would be a big yes.
I would think so too. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I think something. And then she produces. Oh, you're gonna love this. I got to read this. The deputy asked her to ask the pair to show wildlife that they had already collected, and she opened up a backpack by her feet to reveal 42 three-striped mud turtles and one soft-shell turtle.
Amazing, isn't it?
I mean, look, I admit that seeing turtles in someone's backpack, okay, all right, I can understand that. I love turtles, I really do. But it's the alligator in the pants that kind of gets me.
The whole thing is crazy.
Why would someone actually... nothing... I wouldn't... No. No, because there's bait down there that I'm very protective of.
That's just nuts. It's just nuts.
It's nuckin' futs.
How can people do this stuff? This
Folks,
is crazy.
I want you to call in if you ever had any type of inkling that you thought, I wonder if I put
exactly.
a snapper turtle in my underwear or perhaps an alligator in my yoga pants. Call us right now, please, 844-790-8255, or text us that number. Janice, what is that number?
That is 775-237-2266.
Now, there are
Send us
times
a
when
text.
I would say, I have a hankering for some etouffee or some crawdads, when I'm in Louisiana. But never have I said, I wonder, what would be the feeling to put a live alligator in my pants?
Yeah, that's not happening.
No, I mean, were there any type of mammals that maybe? All right, let's just go another direction.
No, let's not.
Let's leave the reptiles and say, gosh almighty, I really wish I had a bunny rabbit in my pants.
That alligator gives a new meaning to thunder thighs.
Well said. You're going to have to take him up on stage with you on when you come out, Basil.
The thing is, I got to be quite honest with you. I don't know about you.
Laura wants to know why you're talking about underwear. She doesn't understand why you're talking about underwear.
Who doesn't understand?
Laura Kafalas?
Oh, well,
right?
because it leads right into, if we're talking reptiles in your pants.
She
You
probably
have to
didn't
discuss
hear
the
the
underwear.
story. She probably didn't hear the beginning of the story.
Well, then she should not comment until she hears the whole entire story. Now, I do understand that fruit of a loom. I understand the alligators go, oh my God, there's fruit. Okay, there's a banana. I understand that.
Are alligators vegetarians?
Well, they could be. I don't know. I've watched, some of those people in Louisiana hunting alligators on the History Channel or whatnot.
Yeah, they're vegan, they're going for the nuts.
That's why you shoot squirrels, because that's what they're always going for. Just saying. Just saying.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my God.
We are
Listen,
degrading by the moment.
Well, it's my style. But listen, folks, for those of you who are listening right now going, what the hell are they talking about? Like Laura, we're going to be back in a little bit. You are listening to Pinch of Basil, probably the most bizarre show we've ever done. Pinch of Basil.
Where's your cough button?
Yeah, but we got to do that sponsor thing. So just hold on. We'll be right back after these messages. You're listening to A Pinch of Basil.
Here on America Matters.
Now back to the show.
Hey, Basil. Are you there?
Yeah.
We're back
I'm here.
on live.
Oh, we are?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're just
Well,
sleeping over there, right?
I'm not sleeping. I'm not hearing anything. Nothing's coming through. There's no music. There's no nothing. There's no, you're on.
You're
nothing.
on. You're on
But
now.
But you know what? The one thing that I must tell all of you who are watching and listening right now, maybe on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, maybe on americamatters.us, the reason why I was caught off guard because I am mesmerized by the beautiful decor in the background. Now, some of you have complained that this beautiful array of packing blankets by U-Haul has somewhat mesmerized you. Maybe it's the stitching. Maybe, I don't know what it is. But I find it to be relaxing and soothing. But evidently, for those of you who are listening right now and watching, this is way too much for you. This is something that just, it's not hitting you the right way. So what I want to do is I want to open this up for debate. What would you put in the background to enhance the Pinch of Basile show? You can call us right now, 844. Excuse me. That's because I was so involved in the decoration it made me sneeze. You can call me right now at 844-790-8255. You can text us. Send me that text again, Janice.
It is 775-237-2266.
That's
Send us
right.
a text. And also, don't forget, today is a day you can ask Basil. And if you don't, I'm going to.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Really? You're going to ask?
I'm going to ask. If they don't ask,
right.
I'm going to ask.
All right.
But
Well, listen,
I
folks.
welcome their questions because I know you don't like mine. So, you know.
I do like yours, but
No.
yours are very personal, and I feel uncomfortable sometimes with your questions. I'm just saying. So please, folks, help me out. Go ahead and give us a call. Again, 844-790-8255. And we're going to be discussing, because we will have a brand new set design next week. I was supposed to have it this week.
Will you get it done that fast?
Yeah,
Oh,
I can
okay.
do it. You know why?
No?
Because I'm Basil. And I make the magic happen.
I got
okay?
you. I got you.
Yeah,
Sure, Basil.
absolutely.
Whatever you say.
So, all right, we have no questions from the people who are
wait.
complaining.
He says, Ted says, by the way, we can see that watch from space. How big is that freaking thing? Holy
Okay.
fling, Batman.
Yeah, this actually, I used to hire, I don't know how politically correct you would mean, a little person with a sundial that used to be on here. Okay, and I couldn't afford the little person nor the sundial, so I just did it without. And right now, according to this watch, it's 17,000 hours. So, anyway, that's all I needed to say about that. Okay.
That's it,
yes,
huh?
it is a big watch. I like big watches. Don't you?
No.
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 Well, when I'm on stage, I like a big watch. I
you
want
like
to
a
thank
big
the
watch?
people.
No,
I have-
see, my audience here says they do not like a big watch.
Why?
Right?
What's wrong with it?
Why? Tell us what's wrong with it.
What's wrong with the watch? You don't like my
Too big.
decorations?
She says it's too big. No.
Well,
no,
you know
no.
what they say. Big
I have
watch.
2 young ladies out here in the studio that say no big watches.
No big watches.
No. How about you?
Don't you want to
watch?
have a good time?
Nope. I got a third bid for no big watches.
Really? This
Yep.
is a
3.
beautiful watch.
Yeah?
Look at this. Look at this watch. This is a beautiful watch. Look at that. Look, you could see what time it is from the moon.
Yeah. How true is that?
The hell's wrong with you people? For God's sakes. Listen, in senior citizen communities, this is a huge item. Just saying.
Too big.
Yes.
Too big.
Too big? I
big.
don't agree.
Yep.
And what do they think about my background? I mean, the background, they got to love the background.
No. Ted was the one who said that he just wonders about that blanket, right? When is that blanket going to go away?
Listen, the blanket, first of all, Ted is legally blind. Okay, that's number one. I'm telling you, this is a beautiful blanket. Craig started this whole thing, this whole mess. Nothing of this would have been actually brought out, but Craig had to open up his mouth and say something about my packing blanket in the background.
Yep.
Thank you, Craig. I appreciate that. Is he even by the board right now?
Not right now. How'd you know that?
Well, because it sounds better all of a sudden.
Oh, okay. I got you. Well, Ted says he has a question. So are you ready for his question?
Yeah, go ahead.
What is the current status of Basil's film career? We've heard the rumors, but let's get it from the, quote, horse's mouth.
It's on the cutting room floor.
There you go, Ted. There's an answer for you.
Next question. Next question.
Come on. There's a question. You wanted questions. We got them.
All right. Yeah, we're kind of excited. I think we're going to go and start filming at the end of June. And
Woo-hoo.
we will, so we're kind of excited about that.
But, Ted, I want you to know that you knew more than I know, and I'm his co-host, and he didn't even share that with me.
Well, and there's a couple of things that are brewing, too. We're trying to get there's a film that I created, a screenplay. And it's at a couple of studios right now. One which is really would love to have it do, but we'll see what happens. And I can't really mention the name, but
is it anything I've read?
Yeah, it is. As a matter of fact.
Awesome. Well, there, I do have one thing that I know that other people don't know. How about that?
Yeah, actually, you never responded if you liked it or not. It's okay. I'll get you back later.
Do I really have to tell you?
Yes, you do.
Oh,
All right. You can tell me in front of the
No.
I want you to tell me if you didn't like it. It may have not been your cup of tea.
No, I'm not going to share. No, I might give too much away. I don't want to do that.
See, I just the thing is, it's based on a true story, and I really love telling these stories because it pulls at the hearts. And is there ever a better time to do it now? This is the time to do it. This movie, this film. So as a matter of fact, another person who's looking at it too is going to be one of our guests who will be coming on hopefully within the next month or so. And let's see what it is, because actually one of his ideas was his to try and bring it out in that certain way. And so I was very, very happy with that. But yeah, I mean, it's something that's a little bit different. There are roles that are, hey, take a look at this script. Do you like it? Is this anything, And it's pretty nice when you can actually take a peek at that and say, hey, thanks for even thinking about me to play this. And very, very flattered. I really was.
That's cool.
Yeah, I like it because listen, you could play a comedy club, and I love playing comedy clubs because the audience is right there. Sometimes when you're in front of a camera, you don't know. You have to have that internal timing to see if that's something that you want, that you think. You think in the back of your mind, okay, pace, punchline, pace, punchline. Sometimes there are these, I guess, organizations, if they want you to do a one-nighter here and a one-nighter there, I don't do that. I like doing full-fledged comedy clubs that are pretty well known. Maybe, my God, the Laugh Factories. It doesn't get any better than that. And it's an honor to actually play the Laugh Factory. And for those listening in Reno right now, I'm going to be at the Laugh Factory. As a matter of fact, I'll be at the Laugh Factory June 18th through the 23rd at the Laugh Factory at the Silver Legacy in Reno. And then I'll be at the Laugh Factory again in Vegas. So, I mean, these are two great marquee showrooms that it just doesn't get any better than that. So, but I love doing the theaters. I think we found 2 locations to do my next Greek comedy special, Growing Up Greek in America, 4. So I'm excited about that as well.
Well, our audience is going out. So bye, guys. See you later. You didn't know you had an audience, did you?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Where are they? Inside the plaza?
Yeah, they were inside the room there. They're taking a walk out. You might see them walking behind me. Never know. There you go.
Tell them I said hey.
Yep.
And, but any other questions out there for me?
We've got a lot of background noise that I got to tell our engineer about, and sorry for everybody having to hear all this, but it's good. It'd be better if we fix it than if you keep hearing it. So,
Yeah.
yeah, we're going to try to fix it. But anyway, we'll see. 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 We'll Oh, he says the lots of background noise, they could hear the conversation perfectly.
Okay.
So I think they were hearing you, Craig.
The hell's he doing?
Well, they shouldn't be able to hear me because I was out there and there were no other mics on but yours and Basil's.
I hear you. What about the mic out in the? Isn't there?
There
a mic?
isn't a mic out there.
Oh, the mic's not out
It doesn't
there.
exist anymore.
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea. I'm just telling you what our Facebook folks are telling us. So
Well,
Yeah, when I play the video back, I won't hear it.
Well, it's
Probably
okay
not.
because I've been on 1340 on my timer since we started.
Oh, nice.
And, yeah,
Well, my
so I have no
computer was
idea.
freezing for a little while. We just have a few technical difficulties we're going to have to work through. But we're doing all right. You got about a minute and a half left.
Yeah,
so,
I just realized it.
Yeah.
Folks, what can go wrong does go wrong. That's the reason why I love this show, A Pinch of Basil.
Very
But,
entertaining.
It is, but thanks for asking about my film career. But again, we did shows that, like I said, were like Chicago is fantastic. Syracuse. I haven't played Syracuse. That was the first time I played Syracuse doing my Greek show. Audience was just heaven sent. And then, going to Lynn, Massachusetts in the greater Boston area was just a beautiful church and also a beautiful audience that they had there. All three shows sold out, so I was very, very pleasantly happy and surprised, and it went great. So thank you for all of you who came to those shows. By the way, for those of you who are listening right now and or watching us, please go to our website at www.basillive.com. That's BASILELIVE.com. Check us out for dates. Dates will be updated as well too. We got another 10 shows that we have to add on there, and then I'm going to take that little hiatus in the summer to go ahead and do some filming. So, but listen, we're close to the end of the third segment right now, so I got to do that little commercial thing. But we're going to be right back. If you have any questions or whatever, give us a buzz. But yeah, listen, you're going to be right back. You're listening to A Pinch of Basil with me, Basil.
This is America Matters Media on AM 1180 KCKQ,
A Lotus broadcast station.
the power of radio since 1967.
Unable to listen to the whole show? A recording of today's program will be available later today. Visit americamatters.us and click on the podcast link. Now, back to the show.
Oh, so glad you can join us back on the Pinch of Basil. I think we have a couple of little solutions that have been going on since that last little commercial. So, listen, we've been having fun. We've been discussing my background, my backdrop. We've been discussing everything from my film career, TV career, all that. And now we're taking questions, I guess, with my wonderful co-host, Janice Hermson.
Well, Ted wants to know, first of all, he wants to know why he's the only one asking questions, but then Rob jumped in, so that was good. He has another one. Is the collaboration Basil spoke about a while ago with Nia still happening?
She is involved ever so slightly.
Oh, okay. There's your answer. And then Rob London wants to know, when are you coming to London? I can't keep giving all my money to Angelo.
That's funny. Yeah, I'm going to be announcing a tour in London where it's going to take us to Bristol. It's going to take us to London. The theater that I'm doing is close to about 1,000-seat theater. So I'll be doing that. I'll be growing up Greek in America. It's going to be in Bristol, London, Brisbane. Jeez, oh man. Bristol, London, Birmingham, and then I'm going to be going up to wonderful Edinburgh, so in Scotland. So I'll be there. And hopefully we may open up to a couple of other shows, depending how tickets go and everything. But listen, once you had Basil, Angelo who? That's all I'm going to say. So, yeah, I will be back in London very, very shortly. And we're going to be announcing our tour very shortly as well for Australia. And then there's a Canadian tour coming up. So we had a couple of promoters wanted to do something with me. So the year is going to be packed. And, of course, when the show comes on, TV show comes on, and I'll be busy with that and then doing major tours and stuff. So I want to hit some of the places that I used to love going to. I loved playing Cleveland. And because of the politics that are involved there, I just haven't, I haven't gone back. Pittsburgh, great city. I've done my Greek shows there and everything, but my general audience shows that everyone knew me for. And again, politics got in the way with that as well. So I was always on the right side, but some of these idiots that were involved were on the wrong side. So you just got to keep on moving. That's all you can do, and work for great organizations like the Laugh Factory and other, comedy. There's one or two comedy zones I like working. The one in Harrisburg, fantastic room there. I'll be doing a show there in Valentine's of 2020. I'll be there, so we just booked that. So I'm kind of excited about that.
Oh, that's really good.
That's not too bad.
No.
We'll take that.
Yeah.
And I bet you soon,
Rob says he'll see you there. So
I'll be there.
Yes,
Absolutely.
and Spike says hello from Boston.
Did he ask him if he enjoyed the show?
Well, you can ask him right now.
Did you enjoy the show?
There you go. What can I say?
Hopefully he did. So it was great. It was great.
Yes.
Go ahead.
No, that's fine. That's all we have for right now.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So
you're going to ask me a question. You said that was going to be somewhat embarrassing.
I did not say that. I would never ask you an embarrassing question.
Okay, here we go.
I think I might have asked you this one already, but well, maybe I didn't. Would you rather? This is one of those would you rather questions.
Would you rather?
Remember?
Oh my God.
Yes, and Spike said yes. By the way.
Okay.
So here's a would you rather. Would you rather eat a stick of margarine? Did I give you this one already?
You gave me that one.
Okay,
already.
that's what I thought. How about the handful of hair or 3 telephone booths? So would you rather eat a handful of hair or lick 3 public telephones? They'd have to be cell phones now, I think, right?
Man.
Isn't that a lovely thought?
What would you rather do?
Neither. I will have to tell you probably the handful of hair. I just don't think I want to be out there, that's just scary. That's just scary.
But me and the cat will be spitting up a hairball. I don't know if I really want to do that.
Yeah, I know. It's not an easy one.
Have you ever watched a cat actually spit up a fur ball? Did you ever want to throw up with the cat?
Yes. Absolutely. Yes, I definitely would. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was. I'll tell you what. It was a unique thing. I don't know if I would rather do any of that, to be quite honest with you. Now, if you said, Basil, would you rather have a harem of beautiful-looking women?
Of course. Well, here's kind of a tame one, right? This is a would you rather, but because you travel a lot, I think this is a good one. So would you rather travel the U.S. and see the sights in a motorhome or by plane?
Well, you really can't see it by plane, can you?
Well, but you would stop at, different places, right?
Oh, man. Cool and I have always been one of those people that we just want to get there quick so we can go ahead and enjoy the area and get back on a plane, come home.
Oh.
I wasn't one of those guys who want to go with a mobile home or whatever. Nah, I'm not a mobile home kind of guy where I want to drive. I just want to find a location. Where are we going? Chicago? How many days? 3. Okay, let's go. Where are we going? Toronto? Yeah, okay. How many days? We're going to have 5 days. Okay, let's go. Instead of driving. Yeah, I don't like the driving part.
Okay. Yeah, see, I would drive.
Yeah, but you know what? I've driven probably, if you add up all the miles that I've had in the cars that I've had, easily over 1 million miles.
Wow.
Easily.
Nice.
I don't know if that's nice. And I was trying to make a living, and
But that's different than traveling for fun, for pleasure. That's different.
Listen, you travel for fun and pleasure when you're doing that kind of work. In the beginning when you were doing stand-up comedy, and you loved every minute of it. It was great. It was.
All right, so here's one that I'm almost afraid to ask you. What is the most childish thing you still do? Silence. Wow. I don't get silence from you too often.
The most childish. Is this your question? Is this from a spam?
No, this is my question. No, this is my question.
Man.
Come on.
All right. Look, I have vices like anyone. All right.
Mm-hmm.
I love. God, I can't believe I'm talking about this. I love
and
condensed
everyone's listening.
I love condensed milk.
Condensed milk.
Yeah, it's that sweet, thick milk, Borden's brand milk, condensed milk.
Okay.
You use it for baking. It's very, very, very sweet.
Yes.
And I love taking it and dipping a piece of sureki, which is the Easter bread, and you dip it in there and eat it that way. Oh my God. Listen, I can easily become a diabetic just like that, just from eating that that one can. But it is so bloody delicious. So I love candy. That's somewhat childlike. I love hard candy.
No, childish is different than childlike. Childish.
Well, childish. I mean, I don't get on my.
See, I knew I shouldn't ask you.
Yeah. No. I have my own crazy things that do. What's Craig? What does he do that's childish?
I don't know.
Craig?
Oh, here we go.
What do I do that's childish?
Yeah, what do you do?
I couldn't tell you right now. I don't know. Self exploratory thought in my mind doesn't work right now.
You really can't think of anything.
I can't.
No. All right, I have another question for you. Who is your favorite comedian? He says, this is from Ted. He says, other than his narcissistic, egomaniacal self, of course.
Richard Pryor.
Oh, there you go.
Perhaps the most brilliant tactician, if you will, as far as comedy. He knew how to draw that laugh. He was, in my opinion, listen, how boring the world would be if everyone loved the same comic or loved the same thing.
Yes.
Right?
No,
so
I agree with
everyone's
that.
opinion is like that of a thumbprint. But Richard Pryor drew it out of me. The ability to create characters out of nothing. You know how difficult it is to sometimes create a character when you're on stage, in front of anywhere from hundreds to thousands of people at one time. And to bring them into
it would be impossible for me.
Well, another one who did that very, very, very well was Robin Williams.
Yes, he was really
And
good.
I got to work with him up at Mont Bleu Casino up at Lake Tahoe about 3 months before his passing. So. And he was
sad.
Yeah.
So sad. And the thing is, man, he was brilliant as well. But I think, Pryor is what I grew up with. And my father, I remember my dad would wake up at 5 o'clock in the morning and kick me because I was sleeping by the stereo listening to Richard Pryor's Greatest Hits album and thinking that was the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. And it was. And I didn't know I thought I was going to be a football player. I thought I was going to wind up being a lawyer. As I got older, I thought, and little did I know I was going to be a comedian. So it probably had something to do, definitely, with me being who I am today. Yeah.
That's great. Well,
Pretty
you got to count us down here, bud. We're about 50 seconds away.
Well, I'll tell you what, folks. Reminders. Don't forget to listen every week on Tuesdays from 6 to 7 p.m. New York City time. We can be heard all around the world on americamatters.us. If you're using the TuneIn app, radio app, you can just go ahead and search America Matters and be sure to keep it on, one of your favorites. Questions and comments, go to Basil Fans on Facebook. That's BASILE Fans on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, or give me a call at 844-790-8255. Thanks so much for joining us. Folks, also, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for those great cities. I can't wait to be in Perth Amboy this Saturday night in New Jersey. We'll see you all there. You are listening to A Pinch of Basil, Rosemary and Herb's Son. Again, we'll have a good night. Talk to you next week.